Hello, is this thing on? Am I live? I accidentally started doing the wrong thing because I haven't done this for ages. I think I was started scheduling something and it was talking about some kind of software or whatever, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, I'm just doing a quick blog today because Matilda Gothica is going to be a guest for the first time on a stream on Boy Who Had Seven's channel. So I'm going to make sure I don't go bleed, don't want to creep into that time at all because I want to watch that. So I'll be watching that soon. But anyway, so what have I done today? Nothing much. No particularly good jobs to look out for. Yeah. This just saves me doing a video. I'm only going to do a quick chat because I want to check Boy Who Had Seven with Matilda. So that's on in about 20 minutes. So I'm not going to be talking long. So I'm not really doing much today, to be honest. It's been a lazy Saturday. Read a few comics, watched a few videos or here on YouTube, of course. Tina Carrington has been commenting on my videos lately. She asked me what my favourite company was, Marvel or DC, and she wanted to know my five favourite heroes. And of course, I am useless at choosing favourites. But when it comes to the companies, I've got to say DC is my favourite because in the 90s. Hi, James Watson. All right, mate. Did you get my message about messaging me on Facebook if you wanted to buy some of them comics of mine? I gave a link in one of our very many comments that we've had with it backwards and forwards. But anyway, I started off like in both companies, really. I like Marvel, I like Spider-Man, and I like DC, I like Superman and Batman, and everything that I saw, really. And but yeah, in the 90s, I thought the art went really crap on Marvel, and the stories got really weren't as interesting. They managed to mess up the characters that I really liked. Spider-Man started getting boring because he was so angst-ridden all the time, and no story ever seemed to get finished. X-Men was just confusion as heck. I thought Claremont's writing was just, it's all timeline this and people being each other's granddaughters and stuff like that. It was just like, oh, come off it, this is just getting too much now. And I just and especially the art as well. I just didn't, for some reason I didn't dig the art anymore, and so that's why I kind of went to DC and stayed with DC. So that's the answer to that question. DC is my favorite company, but now that I'm back collecting, I am getting well, I liked the DC comics in that period. I had no problem with DC, and that's why I went fully DC, because I was collecting both at the time, and I was like, I'm really enjoying the DC ones, but these Marvel ones are getting on my wick. So I ended up going, I'm just going to switch full DC, and so that's what I did. And I was very happy with my Green Lanterns and my Flashes, and I didn't have any problems with the storylines that were going on in them or the art that they were using either. So, anyway, so top 5 characters. I've not thought about this, because I'm just going to do the first 5 that come off the top of my head, and they're not in order. They're just 5 characters. So let's just go Green Lantern, Flash, because you can't. I like both those. I'm always, remember picking them up as a kid, and when I started collecting regularly, I didn't start collecting regularly as a child because I never had the money. Didn't get pocket money in my day, really. I got managed to get a few comics here or there, but I didn't start collecting regularly until I got a job. Until I first started working, and my mum said, "Oh, there's a comic shop that's open down the road." And I was like, "Is there now? This is what I can spend my wages on." So that's when I started really properly buying comics. And Green Lantern and Flash were 2 that I straight away started picking up. I'm gonna have to say Demon as well, because I always mention Demon. He's my boy. I like, because of the great 90s run of Demon, and he's just a cool character, especially when he's doing the rhyming. I just think I just dig him, man. I dig him big time. And I'm gonna have to say Blue Beetle as well, Ted Kord, because of the fact that that was the first run when I first started collecting comics. I think it was just after Crisis. I just missed out on Crisis and Secret War, I think, but Blue Beetle started. I got like the last 3 issues maybe of Crisis, and I think I saw Blue Beetle when he first come out, and I saw that he had a comic coming. I thought, I'll buy that. He looks cool. I like him. Like he's got the funny jokings of Spider-Man, but he's got like the street smart skills of like the Batman kind of thing. And I thought, he's got the the science of Iron Man, that kind of thing. So I thought, he's a cool character. And those were the days. I didn't even realize that comic books finished, that they stopped doing them. Like a cancelled a run kind of thing. So when they cancelled Blue Beetle, I was like, what? What are they cancelling Blue Beetle for? I don't understand. Because at that point, every time I got into a shop, all the same comics were there. Batman was always there. Flash was always there. And Spider-Man was always there. I never really considered the fact that they stopped doing like comics after a while. So it was like, That's annoying. Anyway, how many have I done so far? So your top 5 is Green Lantern, Flash, Batman, Starman, and Superman. Okay, cool. That the Starman run when the son of the original Starman took over. That was quite a good run. Now I've got a lot of those in the graphic novels. But I think I've done. I've done Green Light. I've done 4, haven't I? All right, number 5. I remember when someone had a competition about doing their top 5, and I couldn't work. And I can't remember if I had the same top 5 as what I said then. Actually, I think the 5th one I picked was Firestorm, simply because I had a Firestorm comic nearby. But I can't really say. Maybe Batman. I like Batman. Who doesn't like Batman? I mean, he's great stories. No, not Uncanny X-Men. I used to like it as a kid. And I think I probably had top 5s that have changed. When Wolverine, my first encounter with Wolverine, he's so cool, and he's got claws, and But after a while, nowadays I would say he's probably my least favorite character, Wolverine. I just found a way he was written to be so overpowerful, and just every single situation he has to be the top dog in every situation. And he'd always put down Cyclops, who was my favorite before he came along. And I was like, what are you being so mean to Cyclops for? Cyclops is the leader of the team. Just stop being an arse, Wolverine. But he just seemed like he had to be the brusque kind of role, didn't he, in every story, and he had to, so I just got fed up with him. That's about it, really. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's it. Well, I suppose Batman. Batman, but to be honest, it's a lot. There's not many characters I don't like. I've got to admit, not too keen on Wolverine because I thought he was overused. Gambit, I always thought was I didn't like Gambit. I just never liked Gambit for some reason. I think he was having to decipher his Cajun or Creole, whatever his his way his language is written. I just found him boring. I think he was a bit of a poser, a bit of a tosser. If I met someone who was like Gambit in real life, his cocksure manner, I would just think, what a tosser! I can't stand you. Kidding, you know what I mean? But maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just jealous of his suave ways, which I'm complete anti-suave. Yeah, so that's it really. Let's talk about the comics. I've still got a few more Superboys that I've been reading. So in this one, Superboy feels that he's not been challenged. One of the school kids at his school says, "Oh, he's not had a proper challenge yet." So he thinks, "I know, I'm going to use my Superboy intelligence," and he uses a machine to make him remember watching his dad building robots, and he builds his own robot as a test for himself. Yeah, that's true. English and French do, I don't think that was necessarily it though, because I don't try to follow that kind of xenophobic jingoism or whatever the correct phrase would be. I'm against Brexit, which just got triggered yesterday here in the UK. I very much think that Europe was much better. Your least favourite is Longshot? Yeah. This Silver Age now. This is like bronze, but played like silver, like very Silver Age styled stories. And this is one of the reasons I like them. I remember reading them when they first came out. Not all of them, but a few of them, and I like them. I like that style of story, to be honest. Like the innocent, a bit hokey, a bit silly, but just fun. So in this one, he makes a robot to basically to test himself, and it ends up going wrong. The robot decides to, literally nearly kills him. And he has a moral story, like not to do anything so silly in future kind of thing. That's about the size of it. And then you got a Crypto bonus story in the background. Crypto is weird because he's like, he talks in his own head, as intelligent as anybody, and he's the way that he changes from Crypto to his alter ego of Spot. He's just crazy. He just hooks his cape over like a coat hook, whips it off, and he pushes a button, and it like makes a spray that puts like a beige spot on his back, which is really weird because when he's Crypto, he's got a cloak that kind of covers the spot on his back anyway. So how would people realize that he's not just Spot with a blinking cape on, which it is? But yeah, you grew up with Bronze Age comics, yeah? Yeah, maybe about the same age, or maybe I was a bit late start. I don't know. I'm the big 50 now. I just turned the big 50. Look like I'm not very youthful looking. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to tell it. You wouldn't be able to tell by my boyish good looks and my handsome charm that I was 50 years old. Anyway, so eventually he the robot somehow gives his powers to the boy that originally was poo-pooing Superman, and I think Superboy rather. And the reason is because the boy fancies Lois Lane, and he thinks if Superboy gets beaten up one time, Lois Lane will stop fawning over. Sorry, not Lois Lane, Lana Lang. Lana Lang will stop fawning over Superboy for a while. So yeah, it's a very, very silly, convoluted old story. And I think the Superboy's secret diary is when one time he gets a new costume, which is a yellow costume, and it blocks out the yellow sun's rays a bit more than his old costume does, so he stops his powers a bit. So that's just like a little experiment that he tried once. Always a bit dubious about Crypto as a superpowered dog. What happens if he wants to mount your leg? It's like there's not much you can do about it, really, is there? And various other things. Yeah, I just hope he's going to be very obedient. That's all. This was some bloke somehow was able to mind control, hypnotize Superboy, but he basically gets him to sign a deal where he's going to do some charity work and basically earn him lots of money, and something to do with the modulation of his voice somehow affects his Kryptonian brainwaves or something. So eventually this non-corporeal monster comes down to Earth, and he gets the bloke to convince him that he's got a new superpower of incorporalness or non-corporalness, whatever, so he can turn Wraith-like and eject the bad guy from the Earth, kind of thing. all good silly stuff. Oh, and this one, he's decided that he's a menace because every time a couple of times he goes off to stop a disaster, and he causes another disaster. Like he plugs up a volcano and it causes a tidal wave under because of the vibrations from the volcano not erupting, end up causing a volcano elsewhere. Another time he jumps into some water to get away from Lana so he can turn to Superboy, and Lana jumps in to try and save him, and she nearly drowns, and he's like, oh, this is my fault. So at the end of this one, he's decided to leave Earth. Hopefully I've got the next comic to read. This is a previously adopted child of the Kents. He was a unruly child, like he was a delinquent. They took him in for a few months towards the end of his stay in delinquency jail or youth jail, whatever it was. And the thing is, did they manage to turn him into a good kid? And it turns out he's a Russian spy in this one. So he's seemingly not a good kid. But spoiler alert, you have to watch it to find out if he's a good kid or not, or rather read it yourself to find out if he turns out to be a goodie or not. And this one, he gets abducted by aliens to be like a exhibit in their alien, not like quite a zoo, but like a show. And they use some ray on him to stop him from wanting to leave and go back to Earth. And there's a beautiful yellow alien who's a baddie. Don't trust a beautiful yellow alien, whatever you do. If that's the one thing you should take from this video, never trust a beautiful yellow alien lady, because you never know what they're after. Anyway, I think I've spoken enough. I don't want to cut into Matt and Zlata's chatting time. Be cool to see what she's picked up from him for his very late now 12 days of Christmas thing. So yeah, still on the mend. Oh yeah, you still oh. I thought you'd got over that. I thought, or is it another bout? Yeah. Anyway, I won't go into detail on your gastrointestinal ailments, whatever they are. Right, so I'm off. This is my blog for the day. Cheers for tuning in. Yeah. I'll be back tomorrow just to have another quick chat, tell you what comics I've read. Tomorrow I'll be telling you about my heavy metal podcast, because tomorrow is Sunday. I always do my heavy metal podcast. And yeah, so that takes up most of my day, to be honest. But I'll just quickly run on and have a quick chat. Whoever's got any questions, Aggressively Relaxing wanted me to do a hey Christy Shin. Aggressively Aglax, as I call him, wanted me to do a room tour. So maybe next week when I'm back at home, because I'm at my girlfriend's at the moment, I'll do a quick room tour, which is not going to be something that's going to be fascinating, because my room is my house is just a mess. Basically, boxes piled high and other bits and pieces that I probably should have thrown out years ago. But yeah. Oh, he's live. I thought this was a premiere. Yeah. I'm live. It's alive. It's like, lightning has been put into the bolts in my neck, and yay, I am alive. I have risen. Yeah, just it's easier sometimes. I'm not going to do to be honest, I'm going to look about getting that Streamlabs or whatever, and do some live streams with people. No particular agenda or particular format, just hanging out, really. So if and I'm going to try and get some people who don't really do live streams. So, you know, hook up some people that you don't, you can see the usual suspects all the time, don't you, in live streams? So I'm going to see if I can get some people like me who haven't really done an awful lot of live streams to do some live streaming, basically. So, yeah, just hang out, chat, talk about whatever. Oh, apparently Gino wants to do an interview with me like he did with Boyman7 about, I don't know, your channel and your comic clubs and that kind of thing. So I think that might be next week at some point. Anyway, so look out for that. Anyway, you'll find out how boring I am and how terrible I am at formulating answers to questions. But one thing I am very good at is holding on to a goodbye. I've said goodbye about 10 minutes ago and I'm still waffling on. So I am going to go now because hopefully we don't want to miss Matt and Zlata's chat and opening of whatever goodies that she got sent. So I will say goodbye. Cheers for everyone for tuning in. And until I see you again, may all your news be good news. And normally I shout out a smaller channel, but I can't really do that because I can't really post a link or a blog or anything like that. I don't think I can anyway. So maybe I'll leave that till next time. Anyway, go and support everybody. Look, hey, here's a challenge to everybody. Go and comment on somebody's videos whose videos you've never commented on before. Reach out to a small channel and comment. Just check out their latest video, leave a comment, make their day, you know. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'll do the old signing off again because I have to. Until I see you again, may all your news be good news.